Hi, I'm Michael Bravin with Canon USA, and we have an interesting panel here today. We have the team from Laugh Lounge, and they have a very interesting use of our technology and a very interesting new way to consume entertainment. On our panel today is my friend, longtime friend and colleague, Aaron Latham James, who's the head of production for Laugh Lounge, Jonathan Dern, who's the executive producer and also the principal of The Big Picture, and Claude Shires, who's the founder and came up with the concept of Laugh Lounge and is also the director and handles post-production. Welcome today, gentlemen.
Thanks for having us.
Thanks.
So tell us a little bit about where Laugh Lounge came from.
Being a stand-up comedian, Laugh Lounge was really born out of a love of stand-up comedy and performing, and really feeling like the live aspect of stand-up comedy is something that's never been transmitted to people at home or to theaters. So building this team out and putting the pieces together technically was a real challenge, but I think that ultimately the result of all of our different skill sets helped to create an application that allowed us to take advantage of live streaming to the house.
I think this is a real exciting time because the technology really gives us the opportunity to do, great comedy to theaters around the country and to other out-of-home venues, pretty much anywhere we want to go that has a connection.
I think it's important to point out that the cloud streaming aspect allows us also to do live comedy into theaters, which is what was really exciting for us as a live stand-up comedy platform. That's, to reach as many people as possible is always our goal, and to be able to get people in a more social setting than just on the platform on their phones or in their homes.
Let's talk a little bit about what the Canon PTZ camera, the CRN 500, how that fits into the tools that you're using.
Yeah, so, the thing that was really the most, that jumped out at me right away was just a large sensor PTZ in the Canon color science, in the Canon color ecosystem, that could, essentially plug and play with the Cinema EOS products and with the large format cameras.
So tell me a little bit about what the advantage of having NDI in the camera for your projects.
I'm super excited about the NDI functionality because this was something we just were dreaming about. We were talking about, God, it would be so great to be able to just wire our system into a box, access the box, and then be able to cut a show remotely without putting a huge production footprint in a very small, intimate comedy club.
One of the other key features of the camera, because it has a larger sensor, is that it's a little bit quieter and a little bit more sensitive on the low light. And I'm assuming that in a comedy club venue, that's an important feature.
The fact that these cameras do so well in low light was part of the reason that we were so ecstatic to use them, was because we're always going into these clubs where it's just complete pitch black except for a spotlight. So very excited about this.
I want to talk a little bit about the color correction process and what your thoughts were before and how it all worked out for you.
Absolutely. So what I love about using these cameras in a full DaVinci space for color correction was that using the Canon C-Log, or the Canon C-Log 3, is what we used, and then the log and the PTZs really allowed for us to put these cameras, that for all intensive purposes may traditionally have a different color space, and it took me about 20 minutes to match them.
So the Metamedia offering is going to be all types of distribution of material and all types of entertainment. How does the Laugh Lounge fit into that plan that Metamedia has?
Laugh Lounge is either number 1 or number 2 in the initiative. The Bigger Picture and Metamedia are committed to Laugh Lounge in a pretty significant way, and they're very excited by it because it then allows really for that repetitive customer to your local theater, and that's key in my view to event cinema and to these other venues around the country.
All right, well, I want to thank you all for coming here today, and I wanted to thank the audience for taking the time out to watch. I'm really excited about the technology play that you guys are doing, and as a comedy aficionado, I'm really excited about the opportunity to consume the Laugh Lounge.
Awesome.
Thank you for having us.
Thanks for having us.
Absolutely. Thanks.